morning. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update, and this is for Thursday, the 7th of November, 2019. So we wake up this morning, interesting morning. We're hearing that the Chinese have done a couple of things. Number one, they've agreed with the U.S. to remove tariffs in phases. They found guilty 9 people of smuggling fentanyl. They bought more soybeans. The USDA announced that today. So you put that all together, there's some reality here, and here's the market running to the upside. So you're getting a heck of a run there. Metals initially broke on that news, with the exception of copper, as you can see, in platinum. Industrial metals are likely to get something of a bid if this is a real turnaround, and if we get dates of a signing. So, you know, we've been to this line so much. I'm not doubting it. I'm just saying we've been here. Dollar up on the news, most of the Europe down. We saw today that the Bank of England, what did they do? They kept interest rates steady, but for the first time, we had 2 dissenters that wanted to cut the interest rate. Now, if you heard Mark Carney, and I was up to hear the whole thing this morning, as he was talking about the holding steady, he also really cast a pall over what's going on. And the reason for that is, without a Brexit deal, there's more hits yet to come. So I think that what you're looking at is a question of when the Bank of England makes a move if they can't get a Brexit deal done. We'll know more about that, won't we, on December 12th, I think, when the election takes place. Energy's getting a bid off that news. I'm surprised corn didn't do better. We know that the beans should do better. I was watching the pre-markets also, and it was funny because in the hog market they were limit bid before opening happened, because you always have a synthetic bid offer. Now they're up about 80 points or so, so they never made it that far. As we look at bonds and notes, yields going up. You're up to 1.9 now in the 10-year. So, you know, a bottom is in this market. Now the question is, how high does the market go before it reaches serious resistance, as I'm reading it? Eurozone came out today. I'm doing this all from memory, by the way. And they have been lowering their growth and inflation forecast. So that'll be in my morning report. So it's a mouthful, to put it mildly, and it's all, as you could see right here. That's what I was writing, so I just happen to remember all that. I want to remind you what I do in the morning. I wake up, and I'm assuming you have one of our handheld devices. You can go online. But if you're waking up, gee, what does that mean? What does he think now that they've announced something on the tariffs? I review it for you. My updates are typically, I start recording before 6 a.m. They're published well before 7 a.m. typically. And I'm going to review 40 charts on the futures, 5 on the ETFs, tell you the day's events, what I'm seeing in Asia, Europe, and coming into America at that point. And I do it in a chart that looks like this. I do not appear, obviously, at that hour. I'm not in the office, folks. And I'm doing this remotely from my home. And I get out there and I'm able to tell you, buy here, sell there, do nothing. People don't understand that. Sometimes the best advice you can give somebody is there's a reason not to make a trade. That doesn't mean I'm right on them. But I say that more than I say buy here or sell there. And I'm not just about short-term trading. Anybody that's got my updates here and knows what they're doing in terms of following me, well, they know that in the S&Ps, you've been in that trade a heck of a long time and still in it. So the question is, what do you need for that extra bit of idea? And that's what I try to provide. Every morning in the same manner, I'm going to review the markets just in this sequence. And there's a slide bar on the bottom if you're on our website to watch the video, and it'll light up. It'll say metals, it'll say energies, whatever section you're in. Also, it comes out, as I said, we include our phone application. That value by itself is a $40 value. So that is included. This whole thing runs you $7.95 to give it a try. Most people that try it, I think that they find that it's worth, 26 cents a day to take a look at this and see if it makes any sense for them. How do you do it? Go to our website. Under the word research, you'll see our different research products. Take a look. It might be up your cup of tea. How do I put it that way? Click here if you want to get there. If you're watching me on YouTube, you can call my staff. They'll be able to help you right away and get you up and going. I'm Ira. You have a good day, and I'll see you this afternoon in our end of the day wrap-ups.